example is one of my favorite. It's an organization I've known from the beginning. And the innovative financing structure that was used is something called a social incentive note, or social enterprise incentive note, or SINC. And the enterprise is one hopefully none of you are aware about it, and hopefully you will learn about now. It's called Clínicas del Azúcar, or it's based in Monterrey, Mexico originally. They are a diabetes wholesale one-stop franchise model that basically provides diabetes care and services, but also counseling and information. They have nurses, they have products. It's a one-stop shop. It's a franchise model. And when I used to work at an investment fund, when we first got to know them, they were in their first clinic. And as I explained in the beginning, like many impact-driven enterprises, the founders left more profitable businesses because they saw this big problem of NCDs in Mexico. They wanted to do something about it. They had personal experience with it. They wanted to jump in and build a business that solved that problem. They started to build something that was working, but guess what? Investors were not interested. Why? They were too small. They weren't profitable. They had no track record, right? It's this classic problem of, you're not bankable, you're not investable, we don't understand you, right? So luckily for them and luckily for us, actually, we pooled together a bunch of different players. It was Global Partnerships, the impact fund that I represented. There was a foundation called Linked Foundation. There was the Swiss government, and then there was an organization, a Swiss consultancy called Roots of Impact, that designed this innovative structure that helped to allow them to be financeable. And the innovative structure was, they said, we will provide you both grant funding to do the sort of the wraparound technical assistance that's needed, as well as concessional debt. And we'll make that debt more concessional over time, predicated on the business's success on two impact metrics. This is where it ties back to IMM. The impact metrics were, first, were they serving base of the pyramid customers? E.g., in the sort of the population pyramid and income profiles, what was the ratio of the base of the pyramid customers over their total customers? There was a specific target they had to hit. And second, were there hypoglycemic and sort of the other sort of diabetes-related quality metrics being, managed for the patients that they were serving? Were those rates down to a certain level? And if those two metrics were met, the financiers structured that we will scale up and replicate the financing so you can expand your franchise to another clinic. Now, lo and behold, that was in 2017 when we first got involved. This has been a huge success, and I'm happy to say as of a week ago, they're on their 12th year anniversary as a business. They are now they've treated more than 320,000 patients, and they have 38 clinics across Mexico. And there have been 428,000 diabetes-related complications averted as a consequence of that business being created and scaling, right? So that's all because somebody thought outside the box, this is a worthwhile impact-driven business. We're not going to give them traditional financing. We're going to tie their incentives to impact. We're going to make sure they serve base of the pyramid customers, and then we're going to be there for them when they need it. And those financiers are still involved, right? They're still there with them, scaling up their financing as they grow.